Hello, this is Lucas. I'm the craftsman here at onWertherkraft, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about something that doesn't exactly have to do with crafting. It's more of something that has a extremely deep and strong influence in me, and has radically changed my life and radically orients the way I live my life and take my decisions and spend my free time and exercise my talents and exercise my intellectual studies and my knowledge. And the subject is music, as might be obvious. Now, I don't want to exhaust the full subject in one video or even make an organized syllabus or an organized program of videos. But rather, I would like to share things little by little in short videos and little by little share my spirit, share my intellect, share my passion, and share everything I've learned throughout the years. And hopefully, this could help you very much. So, stay tuned on all the future videos and subscribe to the YouTube channel. The first thing I would like to share today is what role and influence does music have upon my own life? And that goes back to about 8 years ago when I was a university student studying electrical engineering. And I had this friend that was a very serious man and seemed, and you would look at him and think that he was a creature of great knowledge. So one day, as he always had earbuds on, I asked him what type of music he listened to, and he told me symphonic music. And at that answer, I laughed. I thought that was hilarious, and I told him to give me a break and tell me what the real thing was. I know I've always been trying to match what type of music he listened to. I would look at him and I'd say, "Is it rock? Is it rap? Is it MPB? Is it And I could never find anything. And and that was because what seemingly was the depthness of his spirit and the depthness of his knowledge and his wiseness. I know he wouldn't like me knowing that I said all that. So what he did is he gave me a playlist and took me to the library and taught me how to listen to music and taught me how to interpret pieces and taught me how to talk with the piece of music and initiate a conversation with that piece of music that was going on. And from that day on, my life completely changed. I felt that I was elevated to a completely different level of existence, as if doors opened inside of my spirit and in my being, and I discovered how deep and how profound and how rich the human intellect and the human spirit can be. After that, life became a huge race to go back and recover from all the lost time I felt I've ever had in my life. So I was listening to all the piano concertos, all the violin concertos, all the chamber music, symphonies, everything you can imagine, looking for an instrument to play. And soon after that, not only had my interest expanded upon music, but it went to poetry, went to literature, went to philosophy, and last but not least, I had a religious conversion in which I converted to Catholicism. That went through reading Chesterton, reading Thomas Aquinas, all those doors and all those levels of existence open to me through the first door that was music, in which I saw for the first time in my life how great and how immensely marvelous a human creation can get to. And little by little, all those symphonies and all those violin concertos and all those flute concertos and everything were memorized and stored upon my heart and stored in my imagination and stored in every level of my existence. And I felt that as if my whole being now became what the best masterminds of humankind has ever invented, ever lived through, and ever experienced. And that happened throughout all levels of art, poetry, and literature, and everything. I felt that my inner being resonated upon the creations of the best of mankind. And I wasn't just some kind of lost human trying to live out through my experiences and live out through my job and live out through everything. I had a deep conversation, a deep connection with everything that mankind has ever been through. And that was completely originating. That completely set my spirit to flames and has awakened me and changed me. People say that things like poetry or music or philosophy doesn't have much practical meaning or doesn't serve any purpose. That is pathetic. That's completely false. That does not happen. And these things change your professional life, they change your relationships, they change what you do with your free time, what you read, what you study, what you watch on TV or don't watch TV, or what you do, what if you're playing an instrument, or you're wasting time on your phone, or you're doing your crafting. It just completely orients every single little section of your life. One example could be, imagine someone that works and he's married. That person that is married works much differently than a person that is not married. He might have the same job, he might do the same tasks, and might be seen the same way by his boss, but the meaning of his life and why he's there and how he works and how he feels about himself completely changes when he has a wife, when he has kids. Everything that influences your spirit, influences your being, influences everything you live through. It defines your being, it defines who you are. You're defined by what you have inside of you. And if you have rich pieces of art and experience inside of you, you will become a rich man. Not money, but spiritually rich. There was one time a person made fun of me. He said, "What do you like to do on your free time?" And I said, "Oh, I study philosophy and music and everything." And he laughed at me. He said, and he was a big CEO of a tech company, and he just said, "Those things are useless. They don't earn any money." And I laughed at him. I said, "Well, if that's your philosophy, if that's your viewpoint, if that's everything you can imagine about philosophy in your life, and that already made you rich, imagine if you actually had a lot of knowledge and and depthness on the subject." That's all I wanted to say for today. I know it's not much, but stay tuned for the next videos, and hopefully something I said today can help you. And tomorrow and Sunday will be good days inside the leather workshop. Many things will be done, and full of inspiration and full of love and passion and everything. Stay tuned on the website, because new things will start appearing, and I think you will love it.